Well, the NFL offseason moves very quickly. We're already at the legal tampering period. And when you play in the Super Bowl, you have the shortest offseason ever, right?
Yeah, I mean, wow. That's all I can tell you is wow. 1 month went like that.
It's really interesting because of how fast this offseason has moved. It seems like it was only a month ago the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. Now you got Khalil Mack and Russell Wilson out in the AFC West. All of a sudden, the AFC has become an absolute gauntlet. If you're the Bengals in this free agency period, in my mind, you can't waste any time because that bar, you think you're here, well, the bar just got moved up to here. You got to make some moves.
Good part is there are a chunk of teams that are way over the cap, and so you're not competing with some of those teams, and you're under the cap by not a significant portion has been reported. It's less than that, but it's still a good enough portion to go do some damage. You got to get at least two out. We've talked about this. You got to get at least two offensive linemen, and hopefully one's a center, and then you can take your pick if it's a guard or a tackle and it fits your plan. I think you got to go get a veteran cornerback, even though I think they should also draft a cornerback really high, but you can never have enough of those guys. I think they'll be players. And they've talked about they want to be players. You know, you also though got some money you need to set aside for down the road for Joe Burrow's contract in a couple of years is up, and T. Higgins is up after next year, and suddenly you're looking at now you're a couple of years into Jamar Chase. They've made it pretty clear though that they do want to make this team in 2022 really good, and they're going to have to spend in order to do that.
How big do you think this run, the surprise run that a lot of us didn't see coming to the Super Bowl, how has that changed and moved up their timeline? Because I think they were probably thinking 2-3 years down the road. Now it's, well, this is our window now.
Yeah, I think they felt that. I think they felt like last year was that baby step year perhaps, and you know, one more draft to maybe get it right. Well, no, you need to get the offensive line right, and I think that's clear. I mean, you look around the rest of the football team, it's a good football team, and sometimes, you know, the signings they had on defense, you didn't know, was Trey Hendrickson really going to be the guy that he was in New Orleans? Well, he was. Was Mike Hilton really going to solve the need at slot corner? Well, he did. I didn't know Chidobe Awuzie was that good, and all of a sudden he became a lockdown corner in this league. And so I think they did some really good things last year in free agency on that side of the ball. I think you'll see it this year on the offensive side of the ball because you are in that window. And as you mentioned, the AFC is just a beast. And the division, while it's a little bit lesser because there's quarterback issues in Pittsburgh and we don't know where Cleveland's going to go yet with some of this stuff, you still got Baltimore there that was, you know, got banged up last year and still almost made the playoffs. So you better play ball, and I think they will.
In the NFL, you sit around and you wait. You end up losing a lot of games. The Bengals can't afford to do so. Expect them to be some big players in free agency.